Hey guys, I'm back. Here today to talk about a very important topic as we get closer to the 2025 archery season. We're getting close. It's coming. When you're seeing this video, this is early July here. So if you haven't thought about this yet, you should be, or hopefully you're ahead of the game like I am, as much as I try to be, of course. And that is what I want to talk to you today about is your arrow setup. Now, for the last 4 seasons, I've been shooting Easton Axis 300 spine, 300 spine 5mm arrows. Overall, they've been good. I can't sit here and say I've the one buck I've lost with a bow during that time. I can't say that it was due to the arrows, due to a poor shot on my part. But the deer I've killed have done pretty well, other than some subpar blood trails with my broadhead. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. But first, I want to talk about the whole arrow and the hunting setup. So that setup I was shooting the last 4 years comes in right around 475, 480 grains. And which that's a very balanced setup. I like a balanced setup. I don't necessarily like the super heavy arrows, and I certainly don't like anything super light. To me, 450 as a compound hunter, 70-pound draw, about 450 to 500 is a sweet spot. If I had to go one way or the other, I'd go a little heavier before I'd go a little lighter, but that range is where I like to be personally for that. Both get some, so I'm not losing too much speed, but I'm also not losing that punch and kinetic energy with my arrow. So I decided this year, for the first time ever, to go ahead and get a custom arrow build. Why? Because I want something that is going to give me the maximum performance for my setup. When I shoot at a buck that I really want to kill, or even a doe, I want to have the best chance to kill that animal, even if my shot's a little off. Now, of course, I'm practicing 2 or 3 times a week right now as we're going through this video, staying sharp on top of my shooting and everything, even between Bass League and tournaments, still making the time. But anyways, I want that maximum performance. So let me show you the setup that I had my local bow shop, Miller's Gun Shop, built for me this past spring, and let me tell you what I like about it, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I stuck with Easton arrows, but I'm trying out the new Easton 5.0s. Little different design, same exact diameter still, 300 spine. So not a whole lot of difference there, but they are a little lighter than the Axis 5mm 300 spine were. But I did something about that. I have a 75 grain insert on top of a 100 grain field point, which is going to turn into a 100 grain broadhead. And I went with a 4-fletch design this year instead of a 3-fletch design. Now, it's not quite that old school super long vanes like this, but it's more compact. It's going to give me a little less drag when I'm shooting. And so far, shooting this, into the summer, my arrow flight's been awesome with that. And with that weight, and this arrow, as you can see, the front end sinks with that extra 75 grains. This arrow in total is 476 grains, so I'm shooting about the same weight as last year with more front and center to help my penetration. Now, I'm sticking with the mechanical broadheads. I'm a mechanical broadhead guy. This year I'm going to be shooting the G5 dead meats. Now, I know some of you are going to say, John, they didn't perform super well on John Lusk's broadhead test, but my opinion on that is I'm not going to be shooting through something super hard like that. Yes, if I get up into that bone, that could be a problem, that hardest part of the shoulder blade, but the ferrule still should penetrate through. Maybe not give me the blood trail I want in that certain situation, but should still result in a kill. Secondly, I'm not trying to reuse a mechanical broadhead. I shoot broadhead once through deer, I'm done with it. So I don't really care about that from that point, but I have multiple people I know, close friends, again, the guys in my pro shop who've killed a lot of deer with the dead meats and the mega meats from G5, and I've had too many good reviews to heard too many good reviews to ignore it. Now I'm going with the dead meat over the mega meat just to get that little extra bit of penetration. Now if I shoot a couple deer a couple maturity and see it's really blowing through, maybe I will bump up to the Mega Me just for that little more of a blood trail. But with 3 blades deploying on contact, should have 2 big holes hopefully, and hopefully have some quick recovery. So, like I said, Easton Axis 5.0 arrow. I will be tipping these with an orange Luminoc X knock for lighted knocks. 75 grain insert, and G5 dead meat broadheads. That's my 2025 arrow and broadhead setup. Drop a comment below. Tell me what your arrow broadhead setup is for the season. What have you had success with? And best of luck to you in the field this fall.